Greetings, fellow YouTubers. Irv Lindsay here. I'm over here today in Clifton at J Gumbo's, and it looks like they are doing some, you can't quite see it, they're doing some renovations on their building. They're replacing some of the old rotten wood with metal framing. That'll last a while. Anyway, we're exploring Clifton today. Just not everything, just a few interesting features in this area. So stick around. I think you'll like this one. This fountain here, it's fall. This fountain here is at the corner of Clifton and Ludlow, and this was an early 2000s construction project, kind of commemorating the park that's behind here, and also just kind of the age of the city and the historic nature. I believe it's called Diggs Plaza. I could be wrong about that. But a staple of this particular area is I've been here before, and I know you've been here before, especially if you've watched my videos. I did a video on Skyline Chili a while back. This is the Clifton location of Skyline Chili. What's interesting about this particular location is not only do they have what I am pretty sure is the original sign for Skyline Chili. Right there, the original sign that was over in Price Hill years ago. But this is one of the, now that the oldest Skyline Chili has moved and changed locations, this may be the oldest. It was has been here since 1966, and it still maintains the old-time feel of the way it used to be back in the old days of being inside of a Skyline Chili. But now this intersection here is interesting. There's a lot of the older businesses down this way. You'll find some chain businesses down there as well. But this whole area is known as the Gaslight District for a reason. Because if you'll notice, if I can zoom in on it, see that right there? You see it? You see it yet? That's one of the famous Cincinnati gas lights. And it's actually kind of late in the day, so it won't be that long until they actually come on. Anyway. Alright guys, I'm here at the Clifton Cultural Arts Center. It's a very beautiful old building, currently being backlit by the sun. But it used to be a school years ago. And out in front of the school, out in front of the Clifton Cultural Arts Center, around the corner there, is an old fountain. But before I show you guys that fountain, I want to kind of note that there are some really gorgeous, and I'll have time to go and show them all, maybe on a different video, and upcoming I can do that. But there's some beautiful old mansions, and I just kind of want to show you guys some of the architecture of the area. Here is a very, I don't know the specifics of who, what, when, where, how old. There's an old church here, and of course it's fall, so the trees are absolutely gorgeous. It's a really beautiful area. So this fountain was given to the village of Clifton by its mayor, who was the same person that gave the downtown fountain at Fountain Square. It's the same individual that gave that fountain to the city of Cincinnati. The interesting thing with these old fountains is that today we see a fountain, we see something interesting and pretty, something that has lots of water coming out of it, and you know, it's very artistic. But back in the 1800s and before, these were, they didn't have the public water systems that we have today. So these fountains were actually for water. It's the ErvTV Wildlife Channel. I'm here in front of the Clifton Branch Public Library, and it is formerly Parkview Mansion. Used to be owned by a political figure back in the early 1900s who was named Boss Cox. Let's go around the front of it. Before I do, just want to show you once again, there's a lot of really old architecture and some really old mansions here. There's another one back over here. They're all over the place. This area is just littered with them. So we go around to the front. Boss Cox was in charge of politics. He wasn't the mayor, but he was in charge of politics in Cincinnati when they built the subway. And he had a lot of friends, but he had a lot of political enemies. And when he died, one of his political enemies took office, I believe he actually became mayor, and he took it upon himself to kill everything that Cox had touched. And this includes the subway. So if you want to know what really happened to the subway, it was killed by Cox's political rivals after his death. Anyway, this one is now a public library. You can actually come over and go in and take a look. It's really cool. I've been in there before. I probably should one of these days ask somebody if I can go in and then maybe give me a tour. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This has been just a quick tour of a few of the things that you can find here in historic Clifton. According to my information, Clifton is an area that has kind of absorbed some of the other surrounding areas as well. When people say Clifton, they don't mean just Clifton as it used to be anymore. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. My main YouTube channel, youtube.com/ErvTV. I'm also on Facebook. I'm Irv Lindsay. On Twitter, I'm Irv Lindsay. Instagram, I'm ErvTV. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Keep fighting a good fight, and I'll see you in the next video.